Hey guys, it's the Turbo FD, and today I wanted to bring you a review of a really good close quarters combat weapon, the Ace-52 CQB. This gun is part of the carbine category, so it can be used with any class. The weapon may not be the go-to weapon for close quarters combat, but I can easily say it's up there with the rest. First, let's talk about the weapon's damage. It outclasses the majority of the assault rifles and carbines with a maximum damage of 34. So, in close quarters, it should take you about 3 shots to kill someone compared to the usual 4 like the other rifles, since they have a damage of 25. Its damage then begins dropping off around 8 meters until it hits a minimum damage of 20, which is still higher than the majority of the other weapons since they usually drop off to 15. So, as you can see, this gun packs a pretty hard punch. Next, let's talk about this weapon's accuracy. I would recommend you keep this weapon strictly for close quarters, because that's the only real place that I'm going to see it excel at. This weapon is shorter than the others, like the Ace-23, so when firing, you're going to get a pretty good recoil kick. It kicks upwards a lot with almost ½ an inch. Not only that, but it also kicks towards the left a 1/4 of an inch. It also takes a long while to recover from recoil compared to the other rifles. It also has a maximum range of 600 meters. I'm not saying you can't shoot long range. I just mean it's not practical when you have way better options such as the AKU-12 and the AK-5C for those longer ranges, as their recoil is way easier to handle and to deal with. Though, the recoil is a lot for this weapon, it does pretty well for hip firing and when shooting from the move. Let's move on to the cons of this weapon. First, it would be its magazine capacity. The Ace-52 has a magazine capacity of 26. Which is 5 less rounds than the majority of the other rifles. So be prepared to reload a lot, because those 5 less rounds actually make a huge difference, especially when rushing into a place. You don't want to be stuck in the middle of a firefight having to reload constantly. Next would be the weapon's reload times. Let me tell you right now, I hate this weapon's reload times because they're so damn long. So for this, I'm going to compare it to the AK-5C. The Ace-52 with a round in the chamber has a reload speed of 2.2 seconds. Comparing that to the AK-5C, which loads 16% faster at 1.85 seconds. Now here's the worst part. When completely empty, the Ace-52 has a really long reload speed of 3.1 seconds. Now compare that to the AK-5C, which is 24% faster with a reload speed of 2.35 seconds. You see the difference? The last problem for me the Ace-52 has is its really, and I mean really, slow muzzle velocity. The AK-5C has an average muzzle velocity of 630 meters per second. The Ace-52 has a muzzle velocity of a snail, coming in with 400 meters per second. That's a 58% difference between the two. Not only that, but can you imagine if you decide to put a silencer on this thing? It drops significantly to 270 meters per second. So don't expect to win if you're trading off with others, because the majority of the weapons will outshoot you faster anyway. Next, I'm going to give you my loadout for this weapon, so maybe it might help you when choosing the different accessories for this weapon. I run it with a Coyote scope because of its wide view it gives me compared to the other scopes such as the EOTech or the Reflex. I also use an angled grip to help with that first shot recoil. It also helps me manage medium range shooting. But you can also use something like an ergo grip if you want better hip firing capabilities. On the barrel, I use a muzzle brake so it can help me with that muzzle climb that this weapon is known for. And lastly, I put the laser sight. Since this gun already has good hip firing, it would make it even better with a laser sight and an ergo grip. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. All in all, it's a pretty good weapon in close quarters, and that's about it. Don't expect to win trade-offs, and don't expect to shoot long distances with this thing. So with that, thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and as always, see you next time.